Very good morning. Welcome to the virtual classes presented by Jet Kids International School Pusat, in which we'll be discussing class 6th subject science, and today's topic is lesson number 7, that is getting to know plants. Already we have discussed in previous video what are the types of plants, in which we have discussed trees, shrubs, herbs, clambers and creepers, their types and their examples as well. Today we will be discussing getting to know plants, and the subtopic is parts of plants. As we have discussed in previous video the types of plants, today we will be discussing the parts of plants. There are many parts of the plants, as you all know, but we will be discussing in today's video only two main parts, that are stem and leaf. Okay, let us see which are the parts of plants. See the diagram. We can see the plant is shown in the diagram. The plant is broadly divided into two main parts. First of all, root, and second is shoot. Okay, the part which is below the ground is called a root, and the part which is above the ground, which we can see with our eyes, is called shoot. Shoot consists of stem, fruit, leaf, flower, branches and everything we can see. Okay, but root consists of only root which are below the ground. So let us start with the stem. The two main part that we are discussing in today's video, that is stem and leaf. So what is stem? Before going to start stem, I would like to show you the diagram once again. See the diagram. Tell me which is the stem. Yeah, it is shown clearly with the help of arrow, with the help of a line. This is stem. You can imagine the stem is the main part of a plant. It is the stem which holds entire plants on it. Okay, the entire plant, right from leaves, flowers, branches and everything is holding by the stem. So stem is a very important part of a plant. See the stem. Now you can imagine this picture in your mind and we'll see what is stem. So here we'll see stem. The stem hold the plant upright, obviously. Don't you think? Once again I will show you the diagram. The stem hold the plant upright. Yeah, obviously. We can see the picture. It is the stem only which is holding the plant straight, which is holding the plant upright. Okay. The stem of a plant carries water and minerals from the roots to the leaves and other parts of a plant. See, once again, a very clear information is given there. The stem of a plant carries water and useful minerals, we can say, from the root to the leaves and other parts of a plant. One more time, see the diagram. See, stem is already attached with the root. Stem is already attached with the root. Stem is under the ground as well. So what the stem is doing? Okay, stem carrying all the important nutrients, minerals and water from the roots and carries and provide to the other parts of the plant. For example, leaf, fruit, branches, okay, flower. To all these parts, stem providing the useful nutrients, minerals and water from the root. Okay, the very important function. Next, number 3, the stem carries prepared food from leaves to other parts of the plant. See, we have just now seen from roots the stem is carrying all the important nutrients, minerals and water and providing to the other parts of plant. In the same way, you all know the leaves are making food for the plant. The leaves are making food for the plant. So the prepared food from leaves also carrying by the stem and providing to the other parts of plant. See how much important role a stem is playing for the plant. The stem is very important. The stem is like a pipeline, we can say, which is carrying water, providing food prepared food, and also providing useful nutrients like minerals and water as well. Okay, so the stem is very important for the plant. Moving on, stem bear leaves, branches, buds, flowers and fruits. Obviously, the stem is only the part of a plant on which all these things are grown. Okay, the stem is a part of the plant on which leaves are grown, branches are grown, buds, flowers and fruits are grown. So stem bear leaves, branches, buds, flowers and fruits. Okay. Next, stem we eat as vegetables are potato, onion, ginger, etc. Okay, some stems we are eating as a vegetables, that are onion, ginger, potato, etc. Okay, so you all know the stem is very important for the plant as it perform different kinds of functions which are very important. Okay, let's moving on. Leaf, the second parts of a plant that we are discussing here, that is leaf. Okay, let us see the structure of a leaf first. Look at the diagram of a leaf very carefully. If you observe the diagram very carefully, you will find that the leaf is divided into two main parts. The leaf is divided into two parts, and one line is there. Middle of the leaf there is a one line which divide the leaf into two parts, that is, yes, midrib. The line which is middle of the leaf is called midrib, you can see. Then the flat part we will see, when you observe the leaf very carefully, when you hold the leaf in your hand, you will see a flat part. The flat part of a leaf is nothing but lamina. This is called lamina. Every leaf has a holding, okay, a stick kind of thing, a stick kind of structure into which we can hold the leaf. Okay, that part, that sticky part is called petiole. That sticky part is called petiole. With the help of petiole we can hold the leaf. Okay, then as you have observed, there is a straight line, okay, in between the leaf, but there are some crossing lines, some slanting lines are also there with the help of that middle line. That small lines, that thread like lines, that white structure line are called veins. They are called veins, or they are also called side veins as well. Okay, then the end part of a leaf is there, that is called tip. We can say tip of the leaf. Okay, the end part, end pointed part, we can see, that is tip. And last but not the least, the structure which is, having the last part, or it is, that is called a margin. Okay, margin of a leaf, where the leaves ends, where the leaves end, that is called a margin. This is the structure of a leaf. Okay, now we will discuss what is leaf and what is the function of a leaf. Okay, as we saw the diagram just now, we'll see what is leaf. Leaf, you all know, first of all let me tell you, leaves are having unique importance because leaves are also called the food factory of the plant. Leaves are also called the kitchen of the plant because leaves make food for the plant, and we all are also dependent on the plants for food. So if there is a leaf, we'll get our food. If there are no leaves, we won't get our food, because leaves are the part of the plant making food for the plant with the help of the process called photosynthesis. Okay, let us see. The leaves make food for the plant by the process of photosynthesis. The leaves get rid of excess water from the plant through transpiration. Okay, the excess water is get rid, okay, excess water get rid through the transpiration process of the leaf. Number 3, the leaves carry out the process of respiration in plants. Obviously, plant breathe through the leaves. On leaves there are some tiny holes called stomata. The tiny pores which are present on the leaves called stomata. With the help of stomata, the plant used to breathe in carbon dioxide. Okay, that you all know. The leaves make food for the plant by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, as we are discussing, leaves are very important as they provide us oxygen first of all, and they prepare food for the plant. So let us see the important process of making food, that is photosynthesis. Okay. One more important function that leaves has to perform, that is they breathe. Plant breathe with the help of leaves which are present on leaves, tiny pores, we can say tiny holes, they are called stomata. So plant breathe through tiny pores called stomata present on the leaves. Here we'll discuss the photosynthesis process. First of all, see the diagram. See the diagram. See, let me tell you what is meant by process photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, if you break the word photosynthesis, there are two words. First is photo, second is synthesis. Photo means light. Photo means light. Synthesis means to mix together or to combine together. So photosynthesis means light and water. Light, with the help of light, water and carbon dioxide getting mixed together, that is called photosynthesis. If we broadly think of it, with the help of light, when water and carbon dioxides are mixing together, this process is called photosynthesis. You can see now photosynthesis is what. First you observe the picture. Now we'll see definition of photosynthesis, and then again I'll show you the diagram. Okay. First of all, we'll see the process of photosynthesis. I am reading it, just you have to listen it very carefully. You have to try to understand it very carefully. Photosynthesis is the process plant used to convert carbon dioxide, water and sunlight into food. Okay, what plant used to do? The plant used to convert carbon dioxide, water and sunlight into food. Carbon dioxide is absorbed into the plant through small openings on the leaves called stomata, which already we have discussed. Carbon dioxide, how carbon dioxide will be absorbed? Carbon dioxide absorbed by the plant with the help of tiny openings which is present on the leaves called stomata. Chloroplast in the plant leaves combine carbon dioxide, water and sunlight and turn them into sugar and oxygen. Chloroplast is nothing but the thing in which chlorophyll is present, that is leaves. Okay, chlorophyll is only the thing which absorbs sunlight into the plant, and then it combines carbon dioxide and water with the help of sunlight and turn them into sugar and oxygen. Okay, now let us see the diagram once again. See the diagram. See, sunlight is absorbed by the leaves as they have chlorophyll in it. So chlorophyll absorbing sunlight. And how do water? Roots are absorbed water. Water is absorbed by the roots, obviously. Then carbon dioxide is absorbed by the tiny pores, stomata present on the leaves, and with the help of sunlight they mix the carbon dioxide and water with sunlight and prepare food. The process is called photosynthesis, and we'll get the product of photosynthesis, that are glucose and oxygen. You can see the arrow. Oxygen, which we can breathe in the air, called oxygen, and glucose is nothing but the sugar. So these are the two products of photosynthesis. Hope you all have understand this process of photosynthesis very clearly. Okay, thank you. We'll discuss further topics in upcoming videos. Thank you and have a nice day.